pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any public comment? Approval of the minutes for May 16th?
Sure.
John makes the motion, seconded by Shelley. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Cool. New business, construction update. Everybody got that right? It's not here. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll write them down and we'll get back to them Monday. Police Department, Chris.
Some things from Chief Marciotti's. Personnel-wise, Sergeant DiDonato retired on July 11th after 28 years with the police department. K9 Amigo joined the police department at the end of June. He's partnered with Officer Watts, and they'll begin training at the end of this month. Our hiring process is in full swing. We're currently conducting oral interviews this week with potential candidates. Our cop camp, 30 campers and support staff, took to the 100-degree week at the end of June. But it was successful and led by Officer Mark Lacey, thanks to the fire companies and the ambulance for their support for that event. Officer Lacey's planning an open house for the police department. Sometime at the end of September, he'll be reaching out to fire and EMS for support for that event.
And he did.
Did he already? Okay. He already did reach out.
Is there a date?
I think it's tentatively the 28th.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I can tell you.
It's penciled in at the 28th.
There you go.
I think they were looking into some kind of conflict, but right now it's scheduled for the 28th. Some recent case of somewhat importance. We partnered with the county detectives and Target Regional Loss Prevention for a strategic intervention detail back at the end of May. It was a 2-day detail, 11 hours each day at Target. Resulted in 11 criminal arrests for retail thefts in just 2 days. Pretty successful event that spanned 2 counties. We were one of 7 departments that were involved. Our police association did a food drive at the end of May with Conshohocken and White Marsh, filled 6 police cars in the first floor of CNC to get them back on their feet for the summertime. Our golf outing is the 14th. We're still accepting sponsors and golfers and dinners. Anybody wants to come to dinner. And Chief Marciotti's expresses his appreciation for the support, cooperation, and collaboration with the fire companies and ambulance services. As always, for the special events and incident scenes, the hazmat last week, fire companies, the July 4th parade, and in the recent fire police details. That's it.
Any questions for Chris? Harmonville, John.
Yeah, just to touch on the July 4th parade was another good success throughout the township. We saw a lot of residents out this year, which was great to see. Harmonville will be actually hosting the annual Colonial Fire Expo this year. It will be in our local, which will be at the mall on October 6th, tentative, as long as we don't have any issues with dates with that, right?
7.
7th?
7th.
Whatever that Monday is. Whatever that Monday is that week. The 7th?
I think it's the 7th.
Made me nervous.
Yeah, so the 7th, we are also hosting a car seat safety instructor course in November. We've emailed all the local chiefs and try to drive up some participation with that. And then lastly, our 100th anniversary, we will be having a housing for our new engine and a year-end wrap-up celebration in November with a date to be determined based off of the truck delivery. So we'll find out more of that towards the end of this month.
Any questions for John? Okay. Plymouth, Shelley?
I know from the chief that tagging along with John that the 4th of July was superb. Again, a lot of residents were out, had a good day. We had our annual fireworks on July 3rd. Used our parking lot, had some food vendors, had good success with that. We're waiting for the police, I believe, Chris, for the trunk or treat date. They have that. I think they're just waiting on that so we can participate in that with the police. And
Yeah, he sent that out. Mark sent that out
did you
too.
get it out? Okay. As of the other night, we didn't have that. So we'll be participating in that. Looking forward for Harmonville's Fire Expo, participating in that, as well as of now on schedule, our new engine rescue squad will be in sometime in October. It's in production right now, so we're just getting pictures of the production line.
Trunk or treat is October 24th, from 6 to 8 at the middle school. Park Ridge.
6 to 8. That's okay. Thanks, John.
Any questions for Shelley? Well, the ambulance is not here.
I do have one thing from Chief Drzansky.
Well, the ambulance, John.
He was asking, well, we were talking about it today, and I guess Adam's not going to come, so, or we can't make it. So, he was asking, is there a township ordinance on posting mailbox numbers? He said they're having a lot of issues with newer developments not having numbers posted, or they are posted all over houses and not in like a common area. So he was just asking, is there a policy on how big it has to be, where it has to be? Because he pointed out the new across from Plymouth Elementary, they had a call in there and their crew like just had to circle twice before they found the actual address.
There is an ordinance, and it says that the letters should be about 5 feet. They should be right next to the front door, not out at the street. So they should be at the front door at about 5 foot high height level, 4 inches high on a contrasting background. So,
Okay.
you know, black and white. Yeah. So there is an ordinance about, but they're at the front door, not at the street. So and they should be large enough to be visible from the street. But if it's nighttime, I would imagine that's.
Yeah, he just said
Right.
his crews had some issues with some of the newer neighborhoods finding houses and stuff at nighttime. So, daytime you can usually pick that stuff out. But
Yeah, so everybody needs a mailbox. I mean, in that neighborhood, not everybody, but in that neighborhood.
I think that's
It's a
community
walk-in.
mailbox.
Oh,
yeah,
community.
he did point that out. He did point that out to me. It's a community.
Oh.
Everything
mailbox.
new is community. They don't do mailboxes anymore.
Oh, okay, because most people put reflective ones on their front, on their mailbox.
Would you mind just send that out to the group, and then that way Tom can see it when it comes over?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can send it out. But more importantly, maybe contact the HOA over there. Something that they could do.
Got an HOA?
It's an HOA. And that, yeah. I mean, that would be more helpful, right?
I'm middleman here, so I'm just pointing out. He just asked me to. We were talking about it today, and
Okay, can the township send the HOA president a notification saying
Well,
this is?
that's what I'm suggesting, yeah. I mean, we can't force it, I suppose, but other
Well,
than,
we can.
other than
Well,
at their
it's an ordinance.
door. Yeah, at their door, at
Oh, yeah.
their front door, but it's not reflective at nighttime, you probably wouldn't see it.
Yeah,
too
most
well.
people have a light on. It's just the
Some-
problem is it's
something
not,
better.
yeah, it's hard to see.
But yes, I can,
See if we can get Mark to put something up on social media that you guys can pick
yeah,
up.
there we go. That's a good idea.
I know it's
Just-
in the fire code for the addresses, because I've got a couple businesses for it. Tell me to put the numbers on the building.
Is that something that the township looks for when they inspect the houses to give
I
them?
honestly don't know. I know like when I do my fire inspections, the businesses, we look for that. And the one thing is, like when you sell your house, the guy that goes out and does it,
part of
the
the
accuracy
roof,
check, you have to have the visible numbers there. If you have it on the mailbox, that's fine, as long as it's on both sides of the mailbox. Or if you don't have a mailbox at the street, it's gotta be visible from the street. I think it's, at least she said at least 4 inches. All right. Is that all I had?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the only thing he asked.
Fire Prevention Week?
So we'll be back at all the schools. I'm sure Mike's working on a list for that. And then, like I said, the Colonial area one this year will be at the mall.
Miscellaneous? Old business?
Are you guys, Chief Marcel, I just want to make sure you guys got the alarm ordinance from Lieutenant Wagner.
I didn't get the final yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's done with the final, but
Okay.
make sure there was.
We've been back and forth.
Squared away.
Yeah, we've been back and forth, but I haven't seen a final yet. But yes,
Yeah, I don't think that final's been done.
he's been working. Good.
Is that the ordinance that says if someone's security alarm goes off, there's no issue if we send police, there is an issue if firemen respond? Right?
I think we were looking more for commercial compared to residential, and not trying to find. I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The alarm companies tend to call the resident first before they
Yes.
call 911 with the alarm. That's where
Yes.
the chief wanted to kind of like do away with that. So we're not.
There's a
defined.
discretion in the law, basically.
Yeah.
The law dictates what the alarms have to do, or what the violations have to do. So it'll be a discretion on the police department to not cite, discretionary versus, and there's only so much, I think the last meeting we talked about, increasing fines and whatnot, but there's a certain threshold in the law itself.
Yeah, I think
Not the
actually
ordinance, the
our
actual
current
common law.
ordinance is incorrect.
Correct.
Our current ordinance is not correct per the law of what we can fine to. That was one thing they found during their research.
Don't quote me, but I think you can only go up to like $300.
That's what, if I remember Brian saying, 300 was the max.
Correct.
Right now, ours goes in sequence for alarms can go up to $1,000, and that's actually not legal. It's not per
But the
the
goal of the
actual-
police for residences, since we had that town hall and said,
Yeah.
please call us first, is not to cite residents.
Okay, thank you.
I know that's Chief Merciati's opinion as well. We're out there anyway, we'll go check it out.
I think people would appreciate that. I mean, if they know there's not an issue and the police respond, like they feel okay about that, they're gonna be concerned if they feel like they're gonna get cited, if their kids accidentally set off their alarm, you know.
Right, and that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We're trying to prevent burglaries.
Yeah.
At least from our side. From our side's different, but
Yeah,
from
no,
our standpoint, that's why we made it clear we want you to call first.
Great.
There's no delay.
Next meeting is November 21st here. Any audience participation? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Shelley, seconded by John. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Have a good night.